Copying and deleting viewports is very easy as well. The copying exercise is very similar to moving a viewport. So if I click on this viewport here, I get my 4 grips again. What I can do there is I can click on a grip, let's say this top left one, right click, move, right click, copy, and now I can copy to my heart's content. I can place lots of different viewports in my drawing like so. So I'll just hit escape there to deselect the original. So I've copied 2 extra viewports there. Let's copy one more, but use the copy command itself. So I'm going to go to copy selection here on the modify panel there, or I can just select it, right click, and still use copy selection here on the shortcut menu. Either will work. So if I now pick a base point, top left corner again, and drop it there, I've now got 4 viewports. I'll press enter there just to close out the copy command. Now, deleting viewports is extremely easy. All you've got to do is select the viewport and delete it. It does not affect what you have here in the model tab. You're not deleting anything in model space. All you're doing when you delete a viewport is a view into model space. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to delete these bottom 2 here. So I can click there, use erase there on the modify panel. That viewport then disappears. Or I can click on a viewport and press the delete key on the keyboard. Again, that deletes it. I'll just undo that one there. And again, I can click on it, right hand, erase on the shortcut menu there. Very, very easy. What we're going to do now as well, now that I've copied a viewport, if I look there, I've got 2 viewports that are, in essence, exactly the same. Now you'll notice I've got a different color dimensions layer in one of the viewports. The reason I've done that, if you look at the dimensions, they're different sizes. That's to accommodate different scales in the viewports. Now this one here, this viewport, is actually 1 to 10. If I click on it and look down at the status bar there, you can see it's telling me it's 1 to 10. So what I've got there is dimensions here in the red are for the 1 to 10 viewport. The other dimensions here in the purple color are actually 1 to 5. So I'm going to change this viewport here by clicking on it, clicking on the viewport scale there, and changing that to 1 to 5. Then what I'm going to do is double click inside the viewport and pan to change the view. There's my detail view there of that little green object there. I'm going to double click outside the viewport to deactivate it. Now what I can do here in this viewport, now that I've copied a viewport here and utilized it for that detail, I don't want the dimensions showing here. So what I can do is I can double click here, and I can now go to my layer properties manager, and there's my dimensions 10 there. So I select in the layer properties manager here, I have to scroll across. So when I come across here, look, you can see as I pan across, you can see this one here, description is empty, so I'm going to drag that and make it smaller. You've got these 2 icons here. This one here is freeze in any new viewports, but this one here is freeze in current viewport. So I'll freeze the dimensions 10 in the current viewport there, close the layer properties manager, and you'll see that they've disappeared like that. Now they're not the ones that I want to get rid of. I want to leave the red ones there. So if I just do that again and go back, dimensions 5 are the ones that I want to get rid of in the current viewport. So I scroll across a bit and I switch those ones off and switch the 10 ones back on, like so. Close the layer properties manager, and as you can see there, look, I've got dimensions 10 for the 10 viewport, dimensions 5 for the 5 viewport, and the dimensions 5 here that are the wrong size have been basically switched off or frozen in that viewport only using current viewport freeze. So I double click outside the viewport now to deactivate it, do a zoom extent on my view here, and go to navigate and extents, and there's my finished drawing.